One question everybody's asking about today is what's going to happen to the Keystone XL pipeline now that Obama's elected. The approval is not guaranteed, even though they started building the southern half of it that ends up in Oklahoma and goes all the way to Texas. I don't know what will happen to it. My guess is that Obama will eventually approve it to some environmentalist whining and moaning. They'll be very mad if it is approved. The capacity of the original Keystone system, without the XL pipeline is, I think it's about 500,000 barrels a day, and the XL pipeline is going to add another 500,000 barrels a day. So the environmental activists, every time someone wants to drill, and if you're lucky on a new well, you would get a couple thousand barrels a day, but you usually get a little less. Our real gusher, I think, would be like 4,000 barrels a day. Chesapeake Energy, which is a big exploration company, they had 4,000 barrel a day well this year, and that was big news. But they're going to go totally psycho, because if they can't handle a 4,000 barrel a day well, because they fight every permit and they try and get residents not to sign a lease, they're going to go nuts if Obama approves the pipeline, because not only is it going to be 500,000 barrels a day capacity, but the oil comes from Canada, where the U.S. environmentalists have no control over it, at least as far as exploration and production goes. There's nothing they can do. It would have been a sure thing with MIT. TransCanada seems like they're pretty confident in it being approved, but of course a company would always try and act like that for their public image. After Obama got elected, the stock price didn't take too much of a hit. My guess would be that he holds off on approval until the states figure out about the pipeline routing, what they're going to do. He'll come through, he might approve it with some kind of caveat. Maybe he'll ask for, a special levy or some concession on some other issue. Who knows what he'll do. I think it'll come through. If it doesn't, it's not too big of a deal. That'll just mean higher crude prices in the U.S., and the oil companies here can just go drill more for in any of the new shale fields. They got one in California, and the California liberals probably won't let them drill in that field, but we got all over Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. We don't have plenty of crude. We don't have enough for an extra long time, but there's plenty left to be drilled with or without Keystone. Another thing that is going to be funny is if Obama doesn't approve it, it's going to go direct to China, which has some geopolitical implications plus environmental implications, because they have less intense standards than we do on automobiles and other things. So the environmentalists, they don't really see that if China gets it, it's going to burn dirtier, and it's going to be burned not by U.S. consumers. So if it's not approved, they'll take the pipeline over to British Columbia and they'll ship it out that way. The oil's getting to the world market, folks. There's no doubt about that. There's not enough environmentalists in the world to stop the tar sands fields. There's over 100 billion barrels of oil. It's almost like a second Saudi Arabia. So I guess Obama will approve it. Might take a while, but it'll probably still come. I think it will. That's it.